Okay, everybody, this is Marcus Eccles coming at you with the Blue Wave Report out of Alabama. And I just want to say that in my last Blue Wave Report, I talked about the need for the National Democratic Party to come to Alabama and check out our party and see what's going on with our ineffective leadership like Joe Reed and House Minority Leader Anthony Daniels. Those two both ended up with more money after the election than they had leading up to the election. They did not spend money on candidates. They picked winners and losers, and even the House Minority Leader tried to get in the business of a Senate race to get one Democratic candidate to step out to get his favorite person or his pick in the Senate. Now, I got a problem with that. You're the minority House leader, and you're not funding the House candidates, but you're here sticking your nose in a senator candidates of the Democrats. I don't understand that. And the national leaders need to take a look at that. Now, everything that's been happening with Stacey Abrams in Georgia and this other guy in Mississippi, all that's fine and dandy. I see Democrats jumping up and down and very excited, and that's good. But the fact that we can win in the South has already been proven. People forget that Don Sigmund, the former Alabama Democratic governor, had been elected to every single statewide office in Alabama. He was Secretary of State, he was Attorney General, he was Lieutenant Governor, and he was Governor. He was railroaded by a bunch of Republicans, Karl Rove and company, who came to Alabama and upset and changed the balance of the Alabama Supreme Court and packed the courts with conservative judges. And that's the same template that Trump is using now, packing the courts with judges so you can get the outcomes you want. And the outcome they wanted and got was Don Sigmund convicted. Although over 118 current and former attorney generals said the case was a frame up. But you don't hear Alabama Democrats talking about this frame up. That's very strange to me that you don't talk about a frame up that over 118 current and former state attorney generals of both parties said that this case was invalid and it was a miscarriage of justice. And so we have a Democratic Party who doesn't utilize someone who has won every state major office in Alabama in the South who could get votes from both sides. They don't utilize the former Governor Don Sigmund at all. They don't even mention him. As a matter of fact, when they came after him, most Democrats took their tails and ran. They were gone. Some changed parties and some just zipped their lips, mostly zipped their lips. And then we went through this whole process where we have the Trump era, and we have all this racism going on nationwide and here in Alabama. We have a Republican supermajority, and they're very corrupt. People have been sent to prison. There's people waiting to go to prison. But we have a Democratic leadership that never talks about that. They never organize on that. They never go after these issues that are right there in front of our faces, and none of these issues that have concrete evidence that we know about. They're cowards. Here in Alabama, we have coward leadership that is scared to talk about the corruption. They're scared to talk about what happened to Don Sigmund.